Shalom, sisters. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, praises to the Most High, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Lord willing, everybody's doing well through the Spirit. Just gonna get right to the point. I'm now in the book of Hosea, and I was reading this a few days ago. And you know, Hosea basically talks about Israel, which is our adulterous relationship that we had, constantly cheating on the Most High. So this exhortation will be going into who are you faithful to. When you read it, it kind of like it kind of, I don't know how to word it. Like, it's not the way it's written. It kind of gives us an outside perspective, as if the person we're reading about is not us, if that makes sense. It's kind of like we're reading it. I don't know if I want to say biography. No, I wouldn't say that. I don't know. It's kind of like we're reading something. It's about us, but I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. So it's just interesting to like read it from an outside perspective, because as you read it, it kind of face value, it seems like, oh, this is just a woman and her husband, and it's us and the Most High. So it's kind of like reading that outside perspective, but it's us. I don't know. But anyways, it was interesting how it was worded, and I'm gonna read it. This is Hosea chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. Plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts. Lest I strip her naked, and set her as in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And I will not have mercy upon her children, for they be the children of whoredoms. For their mother hath played the harlot, she that conceived them have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, mine oil and my drink. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up that way with thorns, and make a wall that she shall not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. She shall seek them, but she shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil, and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. Therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax given to cover her nakedness. And now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of mine hand. I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts, and I will destroy her vines and her fig trees, whereof she hath said, these are my rewards that my lovers hath given me, and I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them. It's a beautiful book, beautiful chapter. But it really just goes to show how unfaithful we were to the Most High, especially when you continue to read, even in chapter 1, even when you continue reading other chapters, it constantly talks about our adulterous behavior, how we kept backsliding on the Most High. I'm gonna see if I can find a precept. This is Micah chapter 4, verse 16. For Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer. Now the Lord will feed them as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone. And kind of lost that right there. So, as you read throughout the book, it just goes to show that we was always unfaithful to the Most High. Constant cheating on him, constant going after other idols, having people before him, putting everything before him. Just constantly just building these idols and worshiping them, and forgetting what the Most High has done, how he's brought us out of Egypt, forgetting of his marvelous works. And it made me think, and he's been so merciful, always taking us back. We've been an unfaithful bride. We played the whore, we've been the harlot. And it made me think, then on the Sabbath, I had watched this clip of my 600-pound life, because I seen this girl named Chelsea Hall. She lost a lot of weight. She lost my 600-pound life. And so I watched this quick, like 10-minute clip. And it was this sister. She was obviously overweight, and she was eating like a lot. She had like 10 biscuits for breakfast. She had like 4 or 5 waffles, all types of meat, eggs. I think she had grits too, juice. It was so much. It was vexing me. It really was. I'm gonna tell you why, because, and you know, most of the time she wasn't even hungry when she was eating, just eating to eat. And you know, of course, we really shouldn't be overeating and, you know, being obese like that, because most I want us to take care of ourselves. That's beside the point. That's another topic for another day. As I'm watching it, I'm like, I'm trying to look at it. I'm looking at the spiritual, and it instantly Hosea popped in my mind, because I'm like, she starts to talk about what she was going through. She lost her mom when she was 12 or 13, and she said that she's been living with that every day of her life. Her father wasn't really in her life. He let her get her own apartment when she was 15, so she really was on her own when she was 15, you know, just eating, gaining weight. And she really just been on her own, doing her own thing, basically. But she's been depressed all her life, stuff like that. And so she's just basically saying how food comforts her, and food helps her feel better, takes the pain away. And I was reading the comments, and somebody had said something about most of the people on my 600-pound life is because of the traumas they went through and the painful things they've been through, whatever. And you know, I'm not gonna disregard anything painful that anybody's been through. However, I will say we can't use our pain as an excuse to continue to sin, turning to everything but the Most High. And that's why Hosea popped in my mind, because our problem as a nation is we're constantly in idolatry, constantly choosing things before the Most High, constantly putting everything before Him, turning to everything but Him for comfort, for love, for fun, for fulfillment. Basically, we turn and look for love in all the wrong places. We turn and find fulfillment in everything but the Most High, in drugs, in drunkenness, in things of this world, riches. And none of those things will truly ever fulfill us. Food will never truly fulfill us. And also, what I noticed in the comments was somebody was like, basically, shame on that lady for what was the word she used? Enabling her. Yeah, shame on her, because that was making me mad. Because I'm like, bruh, you want to be around people that's going to hold you accountable and be like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. You don't want to be around people that's going to enable your sin, enable your wicked behavior, and encourage you to do it. You want to be around people that's going to tell you the truth and be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not bringing you 10 biscuits and 5 waffles and freaking 7 sausages and 5 pieces of bacon, because that's how much food you have. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. We got to come to a point where we have to stop having a pity party for ourselves and pick ourselves up and stop telling everybody about a sad story you went through. No disrespect, but pick yourself up through the Spirit and stop letting those things put you in this dark place to where you're now in idolatry and you're putting everything before the Lord and you've turned away from Him. And I was talking to my cousin, and she made a good point. She was like, all sin is idolatry. It's rooted in idolatry because you put that before the Most High. You put that sin before the Most High. And so this is Exodus. And I was like, wow, I never thought about it like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this ties back into Hosea. And that was our problem. And that's still our problem today. We kept putting that sin before the Most High. We kept putting them other idols before Him, turning to those things before Him. And that's why the Most High's mad at us, because He's done so much for us. We constantly spin in His face, just being this unfaithful bride. And that's why the Most High gotta judge us, man. Because look, He's been a great father, a great husband, and we just spit in His face. It's Exodus 23. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children until the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. So the Most High is going to visit our iniquities and get up with us if we don't repent and do better. Again, yes, a lot of our people have been through painful things. A lot of us have probably been through painful things, but we cannot use our pain as an excuse. You can't. At some point you have to get back up. At some point you have to fight again. At some point you got to fight them spirits, and you have to remember that you are strong with the Most High and that you can overcome anything through the Spirit of the Most High. We can't let our traumas and our pain be an excuse to stay in this dark spot. So again, who are you faithful to? Is your God your belly? Is your belly your God? Just wanted to provoke us to thought. Just make sure you're not turning to everything else but the Lord. That even looks like you're calling somebody to vent before you even pray. You haven't even prayed and gave it to the Most High. You want to go vent. Now, what if the Most High make them give you foolish counsel because you didn't seek him first. Then you're gonna be looking crazy thinking that was a Lord that wasn't. You know, just make sure your first source of contact, your first point of contact is always Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Make sure that you're always casting your cares unto him. When you're feeling sad, don't let food comfort you. Don't let retail therapy comfort you. Don't let things in this world comfort you. I'm not saying it's wrong to do those things, because the Most High did tell us to enjoy the things he's given us, to find out that's a good day, and you know, enjoy this life in righteousness. But don't turn to those things and make them your idol. Have you prayed about it first? Have you gave it to the Lord first? Or did you automatically did you automatically run to your phone and scroll? Did you automatically take yourself out to eat? Did you automatically turn on the TV? Did you automatically go buy you some ice cream to satisfy your sweet tooth and help you feel better? Or did you turn to the Most High and pray and get in his word? And did you try to rejoice and praise? Did you rebuke? Did you read a few chapters, a few verses? I'm talking to myself as well. And then did you go do those things? The Most High comes first. He is the center. He is our everything. And that's how we should treat him, because he has been so good to us, and we have to be more faithful to him. So again, don't turn to everything else but the Lord, and remember to be faithful to the Most High God who's brought us this far. I was about to get another precept, but I slipped my train of thought. So come, Lord willing, this is edifying. Lord willing, we can just examine who we're faithful to, who we're turning to. Is the Most High the center? Is he the foundation? Is he the cornerstone? And again, don't let the painful things you've been through break you. Let it make you. Don't let it keep you in this dark spot. Get up through the spirit. Remember that you are strong with the Most High Bahasham Yahawashi. Don't let your traumas and the things you've battled put you in this dark place, and that now that you're idolizing everything in your life. Turn to the Most High first. Don't find fulfillment in this world. This world is not going to fulfill you. It's never going to fulfill you. This is John 16 and 33, because I'll tell you what will fulfill us. These bugs in my nerves. John 16 and 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. We find fulfillment and peace in the Most High and his only begotten Son, not in this world. Nothing in this world is going to satisfy you. Nothing in this world. That's why the Most High, that's why Hamashiach tells us to love not the world. Come, so all praise to the Most High. Lord willing, this is edifying. And again, we can just examine, who are we faithful to? Are we faithful to the Most High? Are we faithful to ourselves? Always giving ourselves every little pleasure we desire, every little pleasure we want. You know, so just food for thought. All praise to the Most High. Y'all have a good week. Love y'all. Shalom. You know, this also looks like, what do you do when you first wake up? Do you pray? Is the Most High in your mind? Do you spend your alone time with him every day? Are you scrolling on your phone when you first wake up and texting people back? I know I've definitely been guilty of that before, and I slip up with it every now and then. Idolatry is a sin. So if the first thing you do is touch your phone and you haven't prayed, that's a problem. But me personally, I really don't like to text people back or respond to any messages or emails or nothing until I have prayed and read. Me personally, I cannot start my day or even function throughout the day if I haven't read. You know, I know some people, they probably wake up, pray, and then go about their day and they read later. I can't function like that. I just can't. That's me personally. But as long as you get your reading in, whatever works best for you. But just, I will say, if you can go start your day and do all these million things, just don't put the Most High on the back burner. Like, at least listen to a lesson when you wake up. If you got other stuff to do, at least listen to a lesson, you know, to start your day. At least read a chapter. A chapter ain't hurt nobody, and finish the other chapters later. At least read a verse. At least read a verse of the day. Something. That's what I'm saying. At least acknowledge him and show him that you care and that you love him. You know, so just make sure he is the forefront of your life. He is the center. He's the attention. Instead of scrolling for hours, watch a lesson. Clean the baseboards. Sew something. Plan a lesson. Do something. Be diligent. Do something to build his ministry and to magnify his name. Check on a sister. Teach your children. I'm just trying to think of stuff off the top of my head. Like, just do something. So, you know, just make sure he is the center. He's the foundation. He's the forefront. Start your day with him. End your day with him. Spend time with him every day. Again, who are you faithful to? So don't let your jobs, Nothing keep you from the Most High. Your job, your business, school, the things you've been through. Don't let nothing pull you from the Most High. Keep Him first. Seek Him first. Seek Him always. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. Seek the Most High always. Seek Him first. Keep Him first. If it's pulling you away from the Most High, cut it out. If you're spending too much time with it and not enough time with the Most High, cut it out. If it's idolatry, let that guy go. Let that false lover go. And come back into this marriage and union with the Most High and be faithful unto Him, because He's brought us this far. He's been so good to us. So let's stop spitting in His face. Keep Him first.